Hello world, this is Abby Payne, and I hope that you can hear me okay. My last video was a while ago, and it was about potty training. I'm still potty training. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Excuse me. Today's video is about something very, very, very important to me. And I've thought about it for a long time. Right now, the world is screaming very loud messages about family, women, men, children, and the roles that they play. This video today is to focus on women's roles. I know, controversial. I know. But you know what? I'm tired of the world screaming and not hearing enough people screaming back. Oh, that came out wrong. I know there are a lot of people screaming back. I want to join my voice in with them. So here it is. First of all, I want to say this is all my own opinion. However, my opinion is based on many facts. Okay? Fact number 1. Women are born with breasts. That is a fact. A fact of life. I don't care who you are, how feminist you are. If you're a woman, if you have a vagina, you are also born with breasts. Biologically and scientifically speaking, what are breasts primarily used for? For feeding small babies. That is a fact. Another fact is that breast milk is one of, if not the very best thing for small babies. That is also another scientifically proven fact. In fact, there's still so much they don't know about breast milk that is so amazing. Okay, that is a fact. You can say anything that you want, but it is true. It is true. So, say you and your boyfriend, or you and your husband, hopefully, have a baby. Okay, another fact. It requires a man and a woman to have a baby. That is a fact. You need a sperm and you need an egg. Sperms come from men, eggs come from women. Yes, you can adopt children, but those children came from a man and a woman. Okay? Yes, you can have, I can't remember the term it is, but you can have another man's sperm donated to you, and you birth and raise the baby on your own, not having a father in the house. I don't know why you would do that, but that's my lack of knowledge in that tiny little category. But anyway, fact is, it requires a man and a woman. So baby is born. What do they need? They need breast milk. If you can give it to them. I totally understand that there are plenty of women out there that can't breastfeed. I am not saying, this is not about breastfeeding, by the way. I'll get further to the point. But just as a side note, I'm not saying that women who do not breastfeed are bad moms. I'm not saying that at all. There are some women who can't. They have a preemie baby and the baby doesn't have enough energy to suck out the milk. Health reasons. Maybe your milk doesn't come in enough. Maybe the baby never latches on and the baby's losing weight. There are a gazillion reasons. I'm not anti-formula. I used formula on all my kids with breast milk because I'm just small and I don't make enough breast milk. Anyway, okay, let's just go on with the story. Once upon a time, a man and woman got together. They loved each other, had sex, made a baby. Baby's born. Baby needs breast milk, if possible. Okay, so let's say, for the sake of argument, that the breast milk works, that the baby latches on and the mama's milk comes in. I think this is more common than rare. That is my hypothesis. I haven't done the research. That's my hypothesis. Okay. Anyway, so it comes in. The mother feeds the baby. Okay. Baby needs to be fed every 2 hours-ish. Okay. So the dad and the mom look at each other and they say, well, snap. If you have to be feeding this baby all the time, baby needs the breast milk because the breast milk is the best thing for them, then who's going to work? Who's going to earn all the money? Who is going to pay for the clothes and the doctor visits and the shoes and the diapers and the wipes and everything else? Who's going to pay for our food? Well, I'm no rocket scientist, but since the woman has to feed the baby with her breasts every 2 hours, it makes sense that the man go to work. I may be breaking ground here, but that seems like a pretty smart thing to do. Okay, so man goes to work, woman stays at home. Now, I'll pause right there. I am not saying that women should never work. I am not saying that only men can go to work. I am not saying that the women's place is only in the home. I am not saying that if you didn't breastfeed your child, that you're a bad mom. I am not saying that that if you had to go to work and pumped at work for the baby because you just had to go to work, I'm not saying you're a bad mom. I know there are plenty of moms who have to go straight back to work because that's the life we live in right now. Life is just too expensive. Or the dad is not in the picture at all and the woman's doing it all by herself, which is very sad. Not because the woman's not capable. I'm not saying she's not capable. I'm saying that she shouldn't have to do it by herself. Okay, dads? Okay, boyfriends? So the next time you want to just do it and you don't have protection, just think about the possibilities. Every child needs a supportive father. I don't care who you are. I don't care how great of a single mom you are. If you are a great single mom, that's wonderful. Kudos to you. Way to hold it together. If you had to be a single mom, good job. But you would be lying if you ever said that you did not wish that someone was there to help you. Men, take responsibility for your children. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so yeah, man goes to work, woman stays at home. Well, since the woman's at home all day, who is going to clean up the house? Who's going to do the dishes? Who's going to rotate the laundry? Who is going to play with this baby? who is going to make dinner so that the man can have some kind of food when he gets home? Well, it makes sense that the woman do it because she's already at home. Again, this is not rocket science, but the world today has decided that what I just described to you is completely backwards and is not the way things should be done. Guess what? Scientific fact says woman has breasts, breastfeed the baby. Woman feeding the baby, man goes to work. Man goes to work, woman stays at home. Woman stays at home, woman cleans the home. It makes sense. Okay? Now, again, let me just qualify everything I'm saying all over again because I have to. I am not saying that women should only be in the home. I'm saying that if you have a child, if you are a woman who has a child, there is nothing more important than the welfare and the health and the well-being of that child. Nothing more important. Because when you affect a child, you affect generations. You affect their entire life, their health. It is no small responsibility. I am also not saying that women should never work. Many women should work. Women should be educated so that they can work if they need to. And so that they can work because they want to. And they should develop their talents. But not second, but only second to taking care of her children. Now, I know that there are plenty of moms who have to put their kids in daycare. My heart goes out to them because, like I said, that's just the way life is. And they have to do that. But as long as they make kids number one when they're with them, and as long as they do everything they can to get every minute they can with them, as much as they can, then they're doing their best, and no one's here to judge them. I get frustrated with the women who have children, and as though they need to prove something to the world, go back to the workplace almost immediately to show that they are not dependent, that they are not tied to their children. The world says children are good as long as they don't get in the way. I say work is good as long as it doesn't get in the way of the children. Work will always be there. Always. Always be there. Children won't. Before you know it, they're gone, and their childhood has been lived, and they're done, and they're off, making their own decisions. Conditioned to a certain way, you cannot go and undo the past. So, the next time you decide to bash on the 50s, or women in the home, men in the workplace, or motherhood, just think twice. because you were a baby once too. And if you had a bad childhood, then that should motivate you to want to make childhood better for someone else. If you had a good childhood, you owe it to your mother or whoever else raised you. Raising children is important. It really is. And if you're one of those people who are like, I'm never going to have kids, well, happy day to you when you're 70 years old and have no progeny. And all you have is yourself. And everything's about you. Happy day to you. Now, I know there are plenty of women who wish they could have children, and they've never had a child in their life. Again, my heart goes out to them. I cannot imagine what that must be like for them. But a lot of those women still are very serviceable to their families and their nieces and their nephews, and they do a lot for the rising generations. They don't just sit where they are and focus on themselves. I know that this video sounds very combative, but this is something I know to be true. There is a scene in the movie Mona Lisa Smile, a love-hate movie love-hate relationship I have with that movie. There's this scene where Julia Roberts gets all upset and puts this slideshow up showing all these pictures of these women making meals and trying to make everything perfect in the home. First of all, I will say that Satan is so clever. You want to be a stay-at-home mom? Well, Satan's going to make you try to be the best stay-at-home mom you can, and then when you fail, make you discouraged and depressed so that you can't do anything. Or if you don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, then he's going to make you anti-motherhood or something. I don't know. He just always turns things around for the worse to you. So anyway, she's looking at these posters, and it says something like, the roles we were born to fill. And she repeats it, the roles we were born to fill, in a mockery, as in, how dare they? How dare they say these are the roles we were born to fill? Well, guess what? I'm here to say that we were born to fill those roles. First, before other roles. Not instead of, not only. I fully believe that a woman is fully capable of doing anything a man can do. I believe that. I really do. A woman is capable, and in some cases, depending on the woman, much more than capable. In fact, very excellent at doing things that men can do. And I also believe that while they are capable of doing anything a man can do, what they are born to primarily do first is nurture and care for their children. That is another scientific fact. Women are better nurturers than men. That is a scientific fact. Okay, let me rephrase that. Women have more natural nurturing tendencies than the average man. There you go. There's the politically correct way to say it. I know there's plenty of gay men out there who are better nurturers than some women out there. I'm talking about the majority. I'm talking about the majority. Anyway, there's that part in Mona Lisa Smile, and it drives me nuts, because I think it's amazing that all those women are getting these degrees and being highly educated. And I do think that they should still continue to use those degrees into the future, but not at the expense of the well-being of their children. She talks about how they get chemistry degrees and then they never use it. Yeah, that's not good. Get the degree and then use it. Use it in your home, and then when your kids are raised, use it outside the home. Or just find a way to be useful with it, but not at the expense of your children. And I know that there are a gazillion moms out there just like me who have little kids and they're like, I'm so tired of raising kids. Yeah, it's hard. It is very hard. It is very, very hard. And there will come a day when they are raised and they're out the door and you'll wish that you had them nice and small again. I know that's common and that's a cliche that everybody says, but it's the truth. It's important to realize that. Women, single, married, lesbian, heterosexual, old, young, black, white, brown, women everywhere. Please know that this is the main role you are born to fill, and it is an honor. It is an honor. It is a privilege to have the natural gifts of nurturing and the physical body to do so. It is a huge, immense, I can't even describe gift. Don't take it for granted and don't fight it. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Proclaim it from the hilltops. Who cares what the feminists are saying? They're really masculinists. Because if you look at all the feminists, they all look like they're wearing guy clothes and they don't stand for anything feminine at all. They don't. They're all about making women like men. Well, guess what? Women aren't like men. I have a saying. This is probably what Heavenly Father thinks. To treat all of my children fair, I cannot treat them the same. I cannot treat a man the same way I treat a woman, because a woman is not the same as a man. They just aren't. They have different talents. That doesn't mean that a woman can't do things that the man is doing, and that doesn't mean that a man can't do things that the woman is doing, provided a few biological obstacles. It just says that each is given biological and natural talents and gifts to do certain things. Women have a natural gift of nurturing children and of caring for the household, which is important. We need clean homes. We need good food. It's important. The men have natural leadership abilities and compartmentalizing and handling huge projects in the workforce. Women do too. Women can do it too. I'm not saying that they can't, but men have a natural brain to do it better, or they have a natural brain to succeed at it. Oh, I hate all this political correctness. Anyway, I know I'm gonna get a gazillion comments, or maybe no comments. Maybe nobody will watch this, but I know that if the world watches this, they would just rip me a new one, calling me bigoted, calling me prejudiced, calling me whatever you want. But I'm gonna stand up for it, because it's what I believe in. happy parenthood.